Mix this with tequila, and I got on my new socks.
Hi. Sometimes I try and play poker. And so I've gathered some notes, wrote some stuff down. This is my best poker advice, tips and notes. Table position is important. If he starts talking, it means he has something and is trying to bait you in. Like, I guess I'll play. Or, nah. Too relaxed but quiet, then he might be bluffing. I have to make our presence known through our play. You are always bleeding chips. It's part of it. You need to get it in there. You bought in, now invest in your hand. Because in live play, I get nervous around all those people. Playing the game is a reward itself. Winning feels good and the money is just a bonus. Live play is much slower. Folding 6 hands online is second nature. Online hands play out quickly, and I'm willing to wait. Except now the online traffic is slow as fuck. My poker motivation is mastery. To show all these motherfuckers I'm smarter. Sometimes I think I don't want to fold because not only have I invested chips, but also too much time in live play. Keep in mind fold equity when short stacked, meaning you probably can't bet enough to make him fold. Like if that's your strategy, that's not going to work out. He's just going to be like, alright, fine, I'll call. It's like you don't have as much power as you had before when you had a bigger stack. Something about ranges. I'd call here with this, that, or raise with this, that. What's your opponent calling here with? This, that, what are they playing with? This also is very important, comes into play with your table position. Because you're like, I'd play this in early position, but this and that, I would never play in early position. Or I got this bullshit in late position, but everyone's limping in. I should probably throw out a raise, just because fuck it. Use your chips to gain information. We don't always have to win overall. I feel that's much easier in live play. And I don't know if I'm that clever. It does seem kind of like a movie move, donking off chips just to see his cards and then understanding how he plays and then destroying him later. I don't know about that. I don't know if I have that much going on. On live cash games, 50 big blinds is plenty in like a 1-2, 1-3. Don't play defensive poker. You can always win your money back tomorrow if you don't bury yourself today. My thinking is that I'm going to make my limit 300. I'm going to go there with 300 to play with in the live cash game. And I'll buy in for 150 and play with it and see what happens. And if I blow it, then I take a walk. Go get something to eat, maybe get a beer, just relax. It's not that bad. I still have another 150 behind, and I can go fuck around with that. And then I buy back in, and I try it again. Because it's also supposed to just be fun. Don't challenge strong players. Challenge weak players. And a cash game, you just want to make money. Or maybe you're trying to mess around, I don't know. Also, reads, like, do I actually have a feeling or a read, or am I just making it up? Am I just making it fit my narrative? If I have no fucking idea, I should probably just fold. Most every time that I played in the last couple sessions, when the guy raised a lot, he had me. I never really got caught in any big bluffy spots. The guy was just betting for value every time. If he bets big and this is from a specific hand that happened to me. If he bets big and won't look at you and seems like he's bursting, he probably really wants you to call. That is, did he slow down then raise big? Did he just catch that free river card after he went check? Motherfucker. If he seems strong but it doesn't make sense, why did he bet so much? Why is he so confident from the flop? Ask yourself what you can't beat. If he's a strong player and is telling you he has you, maybe you should just believe him. Don't let my idea of winning influence our decision making. Stay detached from outcomes. Because that's what we're there to do. Based on the information we gather by looking at people and betting, we use that information to make our best possible decisions. And it's also important to remember you don't owe the other players a damn thing. Walk away whenever you feel it's time. And if you have the nut flush, if it's a king high flush, if you have a king high flush, don't check it back at him. Fucking bet it. Maybe he has the ace high flush, but probably not. If he had it, he probably wouldn't have, he would have put more in there. You don't have to give him a free card. Fuck them all. Take their money. Are you card dead? Right? You just keep getting 7-2, 4-6. What is this bullshit offsuit? Are you card dead? Remain calm. You don't have to get it in there then. And people probably notice you've been folding a lot. Fold for longer. I'll have to work on this one, how to deal with being card dead. In live cash game, you want to avoid having to call off your whole stack. You want to minimize risk, unless you're like under 100, maybe. That was the other thing I did before. What was it? It was crazy how I could sit there and play for 2 hours, folding kings face up when I knew I was beat, doing, building and protecting my stack, and then I can lose my mind on a hand, and it's all gone in less than a minute. We need to figure out and understand the difference in tournament play and live cash games. I want to play both. I want to play tournaments. I want to play cash games for fun. I want to play more tournaments, I think, but I don't have that many available for me. God, I went to the casino the other day just to play a $100 tournament, and they canceled it because not enough people showed up. Not enough people showed up on time. There were a bunch of people yeah, we'll buy in. We need 10 players. They're right there. But the lazy motherfuckers were all sitting at the table still playing the cash game, and then none of them got up until the last minute. The last second. It was 7 o'clock. It was time to spot. They're it's going to start on the dot. And these fuckers were someone else will buy in before me. He made his moves before the hearts came into play. So it's safe to say that he doesn't have the flush. He had a lot of chips he could call way too loose. He flopped a set of sevens. He was ahead the whole time. He had me every... this was the guy. Stupid stack. I just keep calling, and hitting it every fucking time. I didn't know what he was telling me, but he bet big before a possible straight board. I still had 200. I should have folded. I know he was strong. I didn't understand why. I should have folded because I felt he was strong and I still had 200. I sat down with 200. I could have just accepted defeat and started over. I would have been back at even playing. If I donk off 200 but still have 200 remaining, then we are good. We got caught in a tricky spot. Basically, take a walk and hit the reset button. Oh, right. So I bought in with 200, then I brought it up to 4 something, and then I donked off 200, and then the guy re-raised again, and I was I guess I'm all in. But he had me the whole way. I couldn't get away from it. Why couldn't I get away from it? I should have been able to easily get away from it. Because I invested so much in the hand. I'm committed to this pot. I'm not letting it go. Easy call for him. He flopped his set. What did I have? I think I had a top pair, probably. I don't remember. It sucks, but it's poker. Even only 150 left after folding would be fine to pick back up with. Yeah, I invested a lot in that pot, but if I don't have it, don't give him the rest of my chips. Yeah. If you don't have it, don't fucking give him the rest of your chips. What are you doing? Oh no, you got a bunch of scribbles here. Also, he would not have bet like that. 100 on a turn. 175 on the run with the ace-9. Only with the set or 2 pair. Right after I go back over in my head, it makes sense that he wouldn't have bet like that with just an ace-9. This game is so much fun. Sometimes it kind of drags. Here's some questions I would ask professionals. What do you do if you're card dead? How do you pick off an opponent that flops a set, a set of 8s or a set of 7s like the last one? How do I pick off that he slopped a set? What do you do against a large stack that can call kind of loose, that keeps getting there even though you're always ahead and raising? What do you do against the guy that always straddles and dark checks? What do you do against the guy in the cash game that always straddles and dark checks? The answer is you take all his chip. That's me thinking I'm better than I am. But that guy is usually playing loose and calling way too much. He just wants action constantly. He constantly wants action. And then you give him that. And then you take the rest of his chips. Oh, this is the one thing. How do you keep from losing your mind on one hand? It's amazing how I spend 2 to 3 hours grinding, protecting my stack, building my stack, and then one hand comes up and I just put it all in there in minutes. How do you determine, also on a cash game, how do you determine when to walk away from a cash game? I feel like I need to put in a solid 4 to 5 hours of play before I leave. Or should I just leave as soon as I double up? It's hard to tell at this point right now. I have no idea. It says, the small stack of chips in the tournament fuck me up. So when I'm playing cash games, I got like a stack of $5 chips and then a stack of $1 chips. If then I get into the tournament and it's like a stack like this. But obviously some of them are 5,000, 5,000, 1,000, 1,000, 500, 500, 100, 100, 25, 25. Right? So I got a total of like 15,000 or 20,000 in chips. But the stacks, just because it looks smaller, like it kind of fucks me up. I like the cash game warm-up before the tournament, but I need a break in between. Pull out 15 minutes before tournament, take a lap and relax. Have a beer. Yeah, because I did the same thing. There was another tournament. It was on like a Sunday or a Saturday, so there were tons of people up there. The tournament was filling up no problem. But yeah, I did the same thing. I waited to the last second. Like, fuck, time to buy in. They're starting, I'm going to go. And I just went straight from the cash game table, which I played for 2 hours, and then bought right into the tournament. And then it's, you know, because the dynamic changes from the tournament to the cash game. And I've already, like, put in a solid 2 hours, which is pretty taxing for me at this point because I'm not used to it. Also, yeah, this is what I said before. Also, $300 cash game limit is good. 150 split. If you donk off 150, get up, walk around. Buy back in with the remaining 150. I can definitely afford to play with 300 every other weekend. That's the other thing. Bankroll management. You don't want to play with what you can't afford to lose. Don't do that. That's just dumb. On the first cash table, these guys were talking too much, and maybe I need to bring headphones. Fuck, it happened twice. This one day, these guys just started talking, and just like having a conversation loud as fuck. Like, I get it. Shut up. I'm trying to pay attention and play this game, but I can't not listen to them because, you know, we're pretty close. Same thing happened the other day. There was a dealer and the other two people talking just about fucking buying groceries online. Like, shut up. Fuck, I need to bring headphones. I don't need to listen the whole time, but at times like that when I just like can't stop listening to their conversation and I can no longer pay attention to this fucking game, then I need to put them in and block them the fuck out. Oh, the other thing I had trouble doing is I had trouble remembering what my cards were. I had to look at them way too many times. That's probably not good. Look, remember. Oh, and then I was on, the one day, this is stupid. I was on tilt after I was done playing. I came up and I decided to leave. I didn't come up a lot. I broke even, plus a little bit ahead. I was on tilt after the guy was like, I'll buy your chips. Like, what the fuck? Like, I was going to the cage to buy out, and this guy's like, here, you got the chips, so let me buy them. Let me buy your chips from you. You got the chips, let me buy it from you. I'm like, what? No. It pissed me off. Fucking, what a douchebag move. Like, just buy them from the cage. That's what it's for. I had like 400 something. I'm not going to sit there and count the shit out in front of you. Like, I'm going to fuck it up, right? I'm ending a good night, and you're getting on my fucking nerves right now. He put me on tilt after I was done playing. And then I went to a wine cigar shop. The amount was $20.27. I had to give him a 20 and a dollar, right? Because I didn't have change. But I gave him 40 because I was like done. I couldn't do math anymore. I'm constantly, counting chips and then stuff. It's exhausting. So much math. Maybe I just need to invest more in my basic math skills right now. Because I have them, but I think maybe if I could just slightly work on that a little bit more. And then just chip stack sizes. Like, dealers are good and they look at this and they're $5. They're like, it's 35. Is it? It's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. It's only 30. They do it every day, so it makes sense that they'd be able to do that. Oh, so what that also told me was I think my brain was just done doing math that day. And I said I wanted to play 4 to 5 hours. I don't think I can actually play for as long as I think. I think a solid 3 hours, and I'm good. There's another big pot I lost that bothered me for a while. This fucking call station was playing loose as fuck and betting and raising everything. He bet his queen on the flop. I smooth called my king. Or did I raise? I don't remember. Then he slows down on the turn. It goes check, check. I gave him a free card when I should have barreled. Then he peels off an 8, giving him queen 2 pair. He had a queen 8. I only have a pair of kings. He bet 300, like a lot. But with this table was loose. We were getting a lot in there. Every hand we're doing like 100 something, so it wasn't like... Not like yesterday. Yesterday, the main pot was usually like 50 to 60. He bet 300 and then stares really hard into the distance, like really hard. Like a dumb fucking blank face, and he's not looking at me at all. So what I determined is he wanted me to call so bad. But then he calls the fucking clock on me. He was like, clock. Like, seriously? He did not give me enough time. What a dick move, forcing my action. I took it back though later that day. I took the 300 back. I called it, lost it, but I got it back. The other guy was talking to me, and then I was trying to guess like the hands. And the other guy was like, right. He was like, "There's no way you would have ever had a straight on that flop, and not bet way more." Like he would have never slowed down. He would have never slowed down. He was tilting from the start. Then again, he could have just shoved because he was so loose and unpredictable. He couldn't stop putting money in there. He was the guy that was straddling and dark checking everything. You just couldn't not have action on like every hand, which is ridiculous and not a good strategy. In tournaments, should I give players nicknames? Because you get moved around a lot, and like inside my head, if I can categorize people more, like if he's wearing overalls or whatever, let's say that's the farmer, and then there's like a larger older lady, and like it's the mother hen, and then based off of the simple. I can branch out into like, she's been playing like suited connectors all night, and he only plays ace king, and he calls it all the way down, even if he doesn't hit anything, right? Like little bookmark remembering things for the people. Like if you're gonna memorize a set of numbers, you do it in sets of threes, right? Make them to the smallest possible variable, like ways for me to keep track of notes of people at the table. I do like guessing hands too. When guessing hands for info, maybe guess the nuts and the lowest. Throw it out there what you think he has. Obviously, I'm not Daniel Negreanu, but it's pretty fun to just be like, when I get in a tough spot where I want to call, I'm like, God, what do you have? Do you turn that flush? You just got like ace 9, right? Ace high, ace 9. What do you got going on? It's super fun when I get it right. I've got it right a couple times, not a lot. Small brag, big brag, I'm invincible. And the last table I played at was weird and too fucking nice. What do you do about that? What are you doing at a weird, too nice, tight table? I want to take your money, not be your friend. I don't want to hear about your stories or what you have going on. Just play the game and get in there. This one guy was way too fucking nice. He checked his king high flush. It was so dumb. He should have bet it. What else? What books do I have on poker? Let me tell you. Hold on. Let me check my Audible account. There's 2 books I liked and I listened to. The one is Decide to Play Great Poker by Annie Duke and John Boras. So I really liked the things they were talking about in that one. And then the other one I have is mostly about your mindset, which I think is super important. This one is The Mental Game of Poker 2. I have the second one. I have not listened to the first one, just the second one. It's by Jared Tendler and Barry Carter. All right, Darren Kramer. Those are my 2 books I would recommend. I like those ones. The Mental Game of Poker 2. I listened to that one at least 20 times. I love it. I think the mental game is really important. Super important. And so is table position. I mean, Doyle Brunson figured that shit out, right? 10-2? I don't play 10-2. I'm sorry. 10-7? Yes, I will play 10-7 suited. Oh my god, I got taken down by aces last night too. Pocket aces, what the fuck? Oh god, nice hand. What are we gonna do? I got taken down by pocket aces, and then I got taken down by a set. He had queen 10, and then 10-10 queen king. Fuck, I didn't know. I had no idea. I was just betting my queens. All right, this has been fun and informative. Has it? I don't know. I'm gonna make more of these, probably. All right, I'm all in. This is still me talking about the same hand. It's understandable why I stuck around so long, but after the river bet, I should have let it go.